Let me tell y'all. There's some viewpoints of RoBs Inferno while it burns slow. Shout out to my guys and goddesses and all high vibrational human beings. You know what the fuck it is. Now let me ask y'all. Do you think that where we're at right now, right? You got to think about it. Like I've been studying genetics since 2020, right? Everything that I spoke about, in which what's happening right now, the radiation, the ozone layer, even a lot of the instruments, even ongoing, that I said that how they was gonna stop showing that shit, and then all down now, probably like a month and a half now. You know, like the solar wind, the McNeil's pause and stuff, right? You would have to be crazy to think that I didn't already prepare off of knowing more that as the hate was gonna rise, spoke about prior to happening. You get what I'm saying? Now I know most of the metro where when I'm here, I'm charging my phone and stuff. Most of these people are from DC. I'm from Baltimore, right? So we from opposite beltways, but that's above the point. I know that that's a reason for me not to be liked by certain people of this metro, but I know that that's not really it. I mean, that's a reason, but that's not the biggest reason. The biggest reason been my awareness, y'all, and how aware I've been about what I spoke about. Remember how I was telling y'all I don't need people to validate what I'm saying, right? I know a lot of the people not even jealous, but envy me off of stuff that I said and how people was laughing at me, but it's actually happening right now, you know? I already know that. So I already knew, like, before we got here, once like this was happening where we're at right now, like it was gonna be people in this area that was gonna try to spite me and stuff off of me, like talking about that and being so on point with it. I knew that shit was gonna start happening. I literally said to myself, I said, man, it's like, here we go. And I said that to myself, but I said, here we go, because I know how people are. I know how, I'm gonna be honest, with us as black people, I know like a lot of times, not all black people, but from a collective standpoint, like a lot of us that are in low vibration, we hate to see a brother that knows more about something than us. When I see people that know more about something than me, and especially if it's of something important, like it applies to me, you know what I'm saying? I honor all of y'all, you know what I mean? And I would tell y'all to y'all face, I honor y'all. Given, like I'm not a jealous person, I'm not an envy person. Like I love when I can learn from my brother, you know? That's a reminder that we doing what we supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? For real. I love when I see that type of stuff. I don't get mad, or I don't try to fight my brother. I don't try to start stuff. You know, certain stuff I'm not gonna speak on all the way. But I just let me let y'all know though, I be going through a lot of stuff, and a lot of people be trying to like bring me down off of my awareness and how much they can get under my skin. And I guess, you know, how nonchalant it might seem like I'm acting, you know, but it's not sweet though. You know what I mean by it's not sweet? Like, don't think that just because I might make it look easy, or I might seem like I'm not stressed and I just don't give a fuck, like I'm not going through pain off of even what I'm aware about. You feel me? Don't get it fucked up, you know? I had to tell a brother today, I'm not gonna get all deep into detail about it, but I had to tell him, off of him not doing his job right, I had to tell him, I'm like, nigga, like enemy. And you know what he said to me, y'all? This man said, you are my enemy. I'm your enemy because you're on your job. You know what I mean? Sleeping on the wheel damn near, me walking up to this shit. I can tell that you do something past work, which isn't abnormal, where especially with us, you know. Y'all know I be understanding of that shit. Just off of me asking for directions, all that I get that type of you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know how much that shit hurt me. I didn't even get mad. And then a nigga try to act like he gonna take some shit there. Like, this shit crazy. And I'm like, you know, me, I don't feel like no man is a threat to me, even if he is. But if I was to feel like that, I'm not gonna waste time, you know? But it's crazy how much you can care for your brother or sister, and because of the state that we're in and how we're divided, them look at you like literally, you know, like forget him saying it. Words are power, right? You know, what you speak, you got to be careful with it. You can manifest with that, good or bad. But like I felt it when he said it. When I said I'm not your enemy, he said you are my enemy. I felt it. I felt it. You know, and that's how lost a lot of us are, y'all. Not even knowing what we living in. All for me asking the question about the bus, the job in which you're working right now at the moment. I get that type of energy, y'all. It's sad, you know. It is, y'all. It is sad. What I tell y'all all the time, even star seeds, I say the most dangerous people isn't the complex cell organism. It's a neuromelanated being that doesn't know who they are, or is mad at you for knowing who you are, and even showing appreciation to them. Like it's some neuromelanated beings that are so in a low vibration, they'll get mad at you for you respecting them. Like you'll be like, you know what I mean, peace, power, abundance to you. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your day reflects just black to black in the way you'll say it to them. Like, and they'll get mad at you. You know? And I'm saying at the point out, obviously I know the state that we're in. I'm not just finding it out. That's why I'm on what I'm on, even more so for children purposes. You know what I mean? Because I know that it's not enough of us that's standing on that. We against each other, not even knowing who he is. I already know that. You know. I'm telling you, like one of the main things that I'm gonna be happy once the sun finished separating us is that and God told me get on my he said told me like to just go on my podcast. And the way he said it is like I already know it was about what I be talking about. You know? Like literally, like I can see it on a lot of neuromelanated people in general with this. Like not saying that this was with him. Niggas just be going through real shit, don't know how to handle it. And sometimes when they see a brother that's showing them love in that situation, especially if they don't know him while they're in that vibration, it'll fucking attack. You know what I'm saying? And they'll be ready to kind of like the last shot a little bit and shit. I know I've been there. You know, that's why I had patience and I didn't take it so serious. You get what I'm saying? That's why I told God what I told him. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be no tough guy, y'all. That's not my stance. If I was trying to be a tough guy, I'd be out here literally picking off neuromelanated ones one by one, looking for if I feel like they're fit off of what I know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that. Ain't nothing like that going on. If anything, I'm going above and respecting them for their divinity, and then that's it. If they want to know more, if we spark a conversation, they ask me, I tell them, hope they take heed to what I'm saying, or maybe even know more of what I know about what I know, so we can build off each other and shit like that. Like I just be on some different shit, and it's all pure if you don't respect it. You know, I'm not mad at you for respecting it, you know, but I will tell you, and I told him, like, you will be held accountable. You know what I'm saying? Because my stance is very, very pure and it's very, very righteous. Even if, or not saying if, because it is, even with people knowing more about genetics than me and what I speak on deeper in detail than what I am, you know? I'm not the only brother with information on the planet. We all have pieces of stuff. And some of us have more pieces than other, I say, segments of what we're speaking about. It's not a bad thing. But I told you more, but in general though, you seeing that pressure. The complex cell organism already knows their time is up. But as far as us, we breathed so much in this life for as it kept going as long as it did. You feel me? Listen what I'm saying, it's already over. You feel me? So, like I'm just doing what I can. I'm gonna just say it like that. You know? I'm just doing what I can. But I'm not at my brother, sister, nothing like that. You know, I'm hoping you're seeing what's inevitable. You know? I'm not trying to get you to think how I think per se, but I'm trying to get you to see the shit for yourself. It's not my opinion about how you and me are the same off our genetics if you're neuromelanated, even if you feel different. I'm not just saying that because it sounds good, It's not a competition, Obviously, it was other neuromelanated people that knew about this before I did, For real, I'm not jealous of them because they knew this before I did, knew anything about it to start with, We got to get our feelings about a lot of shit, Even when I speak on here, literally I speaking on here to y'all, I be speaking to myself like that. Like real shit. Real shit, y'all. I be speaking to myself like that. I'm gonna check that in the lower bed. I'm like, what the fuck? Wait, hold up. Matter of fact, I'm about to check that. Hold up real quick, y'all. I guess. Man, that's funny. Whether that did that automatic or they did that personally, that's funny. But something completely separate. But even that, like, y'all can't nothing. At the end of the day, can't nothing really. The reason why I might seem nonchalant or not bothered is because, like I said, I'm not thinking certain stuff when I'm telling y'all about this shit. I know it, and you should know it also. And it's like, I'm just happy that all this is taking place. So all this shit is just done with, because right now you're seeing it from a standpoint now where it's like, it's truth separation from realness. So, and that goes beyond genetic makeup. You got some people inorganic that want something from the system, and then you got some people that's organic that want something from the system. You got some people it's on both sides. It's both genetic makeup. You know what I'm saying? So this shit is taking place, y'all. Like the more as we go forward, the more everything I spoke about and where we at with it, it's more of my people trying to like make me reactive. It's like trying to like start stuff with me, feeling some type of way. It's like, don't be mad at me because I seen it, or you heard me say it, and then maybe you was on the internet or in person somewhere and you heard somebody else say it, so it's realness, or just now off of everything happening. You seeing it for yourself now and mad that I said it. Like, I know it's like that, and the people that see me regularly, a lot of people feel like that about me. Like, that's not my fault. Like, I'm not. It's like, don't hate the messenger. Like, I have no control over this. You know what I'm saying? I have no control over this, y'all. I'm not even mad at you as an organic being if you like F everything I'm saying either. Like, it is what it is. I still value you. I just can't promise you that our brothers and sisters gonna feel the same, And I'm not even just our brothers and sisters. Just put it like this: the more you're aware of who you are, you're gonna be a little bit more aware of what's going on, how to approach stuff going forward. It's for your betterment that and that's regardless of whatever your genetic makeup is. It's for your betterment that so you're not in shock, and you know how to move with what you can change that would be good for you. I swear, like that's like the best I'm trying to tell y'all. Like keep it simple, not using big words or nothing. Like just trying to tell y'all flat out. Like it's really real right now. It's really, really real right now. That's why I say, like, real, y'all. Protect y'all energy, bro. Protect that shit, at all costs, more than anything. Because as that truth, as each day goes forward, and people, regardless of genetic makeup, so I'm gonna say us as the masses, the more you see that split from people that's aware of all truths and an acceptance of it, and then people that's not, you're seeing that split more by the day, And it almost seems like, I'm not gonna say everybody, but it almost seems like even as that split takes place, like the people that want to live like this or can't see the destruction in it, it almost seems like they're attacking everybody that's aware in some shape, way, or form. They're trying to like spite them, even if they don't, like it's like they're giving out projections of like false energy or negative energy towards those people that's aware, like you're seeing it on the internet in person, maybe with yourself, like you're seeing it more and more. That's why I'm saying protect your energy. I'm really talking to your star seeds, but I'm talking to your adults also with this, because I know as you know how it is when you're younger. I'm thinking the whole time I'm saying all of that, like, it's like don't question adults, you know what I mean? And that even is different for the generation of time. These kids like adults, but I'm just saying, like you're still a kid though, and as you're younger, listening to your mom and dad, and you're seeing that they follow of abuse that's been on us entirely, and you see it for what it is, and you might be trying to tell them, and you might not be like, damn, like my mom and dad telling me, like they basically jumping down my throat anytime I say anything of what the truth is, what we living in, whatever part it is, You're gonna have to protect your energy from your mom and dad. Man, that shit hurt me. I'm not even gonna lie, that guy saying that shit, though. That shit hurt me though, bro. I never had a black man tell me that like I am his enemy off of me giving love to him and telling him who he is or just respecting him for his divinity. That's like a curse. Like that shit hurt me. I paused and everything. Like, damn, bro. I'm saying this so the whole time you're thinking the total opposite. It just screams how distraught we are, how traumatized we are. A lot of us we've been attacked by our own brothers. So yeah, it can be hard to see that your brother really got love for you that you don't know from a can of paint. That it can be rough. Like I've been there. I'm there sometimes still. Even with what I know, because of trauma that been instilled with me. I have like a good power, like strength and like discernment, even with the trauma and the PTSD that I had. That's why a lot of times people would be so confused why I don't spaz out. If they really can tell, recognize real, like how I'm able to conduct myself in certain situations and stuff. Because I really have a pure heart. I don't want to hurt nobody. I don't want to hurt me. Like I told you, I'm not trying to be the tough guy. Like I did all of that shit damn near before my 20s and in my 20s. Like I stopped young, you know. I told you I was on probation at 11 years old, you know. Like it's nothing to lie about. Like I was already wild. Like I was already getting. I bit off my kindergarten's teacher finger in kindergarten. Like you know what I mean? Like I was already getting expelled from all elementary. I was already rebellious as shit, getting kicked out of everywhere, whole counties and all of that. Like I already was on that. So like I learned my lessons young. You know, not just did dirt young. I learned my lessons young. You know, so by like 25, 24, I'm 33, yo. You know, I haven't really hurt no one in a while. You know what I mean? Like I'm not out robbing people. I don't have that mindset even now, you know. But I recognize it though. I definitely recognize it, and I understand it. So I probably do have a certain ear, or maybe even am used to be put in these situations like the Reach brothers and had them maybe be that one that had them think differently. Like I done made it seem like I was gonna do this to this, and I know how niggas react. And damn, yo said this and I said this, and he was still having love. At the end of the day, he was just really trying to love with me for real, you know. Like I don't look at any of my brothers and sisters like in no negative way because they making more money than me or they got a better status than me. Now when they try to use it against me and I can tell that they try to do that and it's like obvious, you know, I just be like, damn, you know what I mean? Because it's like I know a lot of times if they do, some of us in situations I've been in, I know like they didn't even have the knowledge to really realize what they was doing, you know, just like anything else, you know. I hope some of my brothers can see this video and it help you out with some niggas that you might have beef with or feel certain ways, but you know what I mean? Let's come together, y'all. You know, let's come together, you know, for real. Y'all see that brother again, I'm still gonna tell him, you know, speak to him as if like that shit ain't even happened. I see him, I'm still gonna tell him, well, enjoy the rest of your day, Reflection. And I've been doing that. That's how I normally am, not just this with him. I've been like that. And a lot of times with a lot of other brothers, you know, they might not say anything, you know, because of the last situation, how they feel about me personally. They still know, like I gave them love. It's no bad blood, nothing like that. You know what I mean? We same war that's against me is against you, even if for whatever reason you're better off in it right now in the moment than I am or whatever. You know, like it's no like I understand what this shit is built on. So like I would never like look at my brother just because, you know, or be jealous in any way like that. I would never be like that. I was never like that before I even came to information, and I know that, you know. So I definitely gonna be like that even now. But for real though, y'all, I'm not like sometimes like I know sometimes like I read comments and stuff like that and stuff, and sometimes like I'll just be chopping it up and letting y'all know just how I feel and stuff. But this is like one of them lives where it's like I'm just speaking, you know, like all my brothers, man, like don't be on certain shit with your brother, or if your brother's on certain shit and you know you can't change his mind, but you can see it from a different angle, go about it different. Of course, like worst case scenario, if it's like, I mean, like some situations really be like that, or even in the moment, like you gotta do what you gotta do, you know. But like, don't, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna be on a different type of time, be on a whole different type of time with the shit. A lot of times, shit don't be worth it. How much niggas we got in the grave off of some shit that could have been avoided? You know, damn near. I don't even want to say any every hood, shit, everywhere. Like, you know, situations that really wasn't serious. You know, like even if my situation earlier today with the guy, like that situation, that was nothing. You know. Over just by me walking up because I was already on the bus, and for whatever reason I got off the wrong bus. Could have been a million reasons why I didn't read the shit on my phone right, you know. Like it's not that serious, you know. It's not that serious. Not even to get in an argument about it, you know what I mean? And I was thinking about that immediately right after. Like, I'm like, cause I took the bus and everything. I was like, man, I'm gonna write him up, but why the fuck would I try? Why the fuck would I write the guy up? Like, I don't know what the fuck his day is like. And I can use my common sense and tell the way he had his head down, even on shit like he going through something. So even more so, I hope I see him and I send positivity to that brother. You know, real shit. Like, everybody go through things and nobody go through things the way we go through things. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely one of them brothers that realize it. You know. So peace, power, abundance to y'all, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day and shit. I'll tap in with y'all for real, man. It's a real points of RoBs Inferno while it burns slow. Shout out to my guys and goddesses and all high vibrational human beings. You know what the fuck it is, man. I'm tapping with y'all, yeah.